Okay, guys, part two to the actual Memorial Day weekend. So basically, right now, what we're going up against, we are actually to the point where, how can you say it? Right now, we're going to get into to kind of the lingo that we use out there. And just to put it out there, check this out. I've already done my research and I've seen these actual tactics spoken about in the media in on YouTube. There's actual videos of them actually performing these duties by Border Patrol on camera. So what I'm about to talk about right now, it's no secret. I'm not revealing any kind of secrets or anything. And the stuff that I do not touch on, like technology that's out there that it's publicly known already through the media and stuff like that. The reason I won't speak on it because I did take an actual oath of actual uh, how do you say it, sensitive intel that I did take an oath to it, and I'm gonna I gotta stick by it. You know what I mean? And if other YouTubers talk about it, that's fine. But like I said, I'm the one that took the oath to it, and I'm gonna hold my end, just as everybody else should. You know what I mean? And the stuff I talk about, uh, I do speak to certain members of current law enforcement, and they actually okay before I speak on anything like that. And if I don't speak on it, it's not because I don't know about it or if I'm not up on game. It's just that, I did raise my right hand, and that's just the way I am. It's the way I roll. So, anyways, so check this out. So we talked about sector, and we these numbers are fictitious. Sector San Diego sector would be 420, and actual this agent that came up missing. Um, we're gonna give him the call sign of Echo 13. Okay, so so these are the actual uh, terminology we would use. Okay, so so like I told you guys, there's different chores that have to be done throughout the day, multiple times a day, sometimes within 15 minutes apart, 20 minutes apart, and certain technology needs to be reset every so often. Okay, so as of right now, we're gonna go with cut sign. Cut sign is meaning you're trying to find evidence that somebody actually crossed a dirt path, a dirt road, or has freshly traveled through an actual trail. Okay. Now, uh, back then it was mostly you were tasked with covering up to 5 to 10 miles on your own, so you're pretty busy. And understand that this is not like San Isidro or Imperial Beach or the Chula Vista area. Uh, we did not have any stationary deterrents. We were all independent. We were all tasked to perform different tasks throughout the day, throughout the hour, on the hour. Okay, so don't get it wrong that there's always so many feet, an actual unit, an actual border patrol vehicle. No, uh, we were always on the move. Down south, they did track our movements. Believe it or not, they did surveillance our actual movements and report to each other who was doing what. This is why it was very important for us to get the upper game on these actual uh, territories, and how we needed to be actually very creative on keeping up, keeping a step ahead of the game, ahead of the actual southbound territories, right? So just keep in mind that they did track our movements. Okay, so when a group crosses an actual road, dirt road, or actually are on the move on a actual trail, um, they will try to hide it. They will try to hide it with some branches, a piece of carpet, a piece of cardboard, anything that will actually try to hide their actual footprints, because these people are going to be on foot. And this particular group, they got actually, it was a fast and swift drop off, and they were dropped off at a certain point at the border, and they were actually dropped off, and they executed this actual vehicle. They actually got off this vehicle pretty quick. They crossed the first primary road at the border next to the fence. They dragged it. They tried to help cover their prints, but apparently this agent actually saw signs. You can't do everything because you're such in a hurry that you don't want to actually compromise your actual location. So you try to do the best you can, and sometimes you miss covering a step or two. So he actually saw signs that they actually had crossed, and uh, and this group was actually worth it. When I say worth it, this group was actually anywhere from 5 to 20 people. Actually, from seven is considered a good group. Anywhere from 7 to 20 people at a time. And I don't want to seem arrogant. I don't want to seem conceited. I don't want to seem like a know-it-all and everything. But to tell you the truth, I was up on game. I had talent to actually detect these types of signs. And basically, you're a pathfinder. You're a pathfinder. Um, I was very good at catching little discrepancies in the actual roads, the actual trails. I can tell you how long ago this actual uh, indentation in the ground, this actual footprint was there. I can tell you how long ago it was there. Actually, how long ago they crossed through there. The size, the pattern of the actual shoe or the boot, or the actual whatever shoes that they're using, or actual the carpet that they actually try to actually cover or leave. I can tell you. Uh, I can tell you that it's going to be a heavy print. And when I say heavy print, if they're going to be carrying backpacks, I could also tell if the group was actually backpacking. And backpacking meaning they had some kind of substance, some kind of they're running dope. You know what I mean? And but these groups tend to be anywhere from 7 to 10 individuals only, no more than 10. That's too big of a crowd. That's too big of an actual silhouette for them to get caught in the actual in the process of actually running dope. You know what I mean? Uh, now, this particular group was just people. They were just moving, and they proceeded to get a jump on this agent. And I'm thinking that this agent, see, that's what I said. This counter intel, this counter intel comes into play very important because they chose to do it right around shift change. Like I said, they know when to do it. So they might have they might have expected, they might have if the expectation of this actual agent uh, wanted to go home, and he'll just be like whatever, and he'll try to pass it on to the next group, or he might just but he particularly chose to actually work this traffic. All right, guys, this is going to conclude part two, and part three is going to be coming up pretty soon. And part three is we're going to go step by step of how it went down, how we lost this agent. And I'm going to go step by step, and I am going to actually break down. And I'm not going to say that he made mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all we could all sit back and criticize his actual actions, but not until you're in that situation, you're not going to know how to react. And it wouldn't be fair for me to say, "Oh, he did this wrong. He did this wrong. He should have done this. He should have done that." No, I will tell you how it could have gone, But when that adrenaline hits you and that actual reality is in front of you, you tend to forget small details. You tend to forget actually protocol, and you tend to forget what you're actually doing. I can almost, I can almost 99.9% tell you straight up that he does not remember getting out of his vehicle. As hard as you find that to believe, I can honestly tell you, he does not remember putting that vehicle in park, putting that vehicle in neutral with the brake on. He does not remember actually exiting that vehicle. That's how much his adrenaline was going. That's how his blood was pumping so fast that it's happened to me, except for the very first time when I was in a foot pursuit. I reacted too quick. I reacted wrong. And having four wheels underneath you, why would you get out of your vehicle to do a foot chase uh, near open field, near very close quarters, very small? It was a small town, only a few houses, but it was a town. Why would I get out of that vehicle instead of just busting a right and following this actual individual in the vehicle? I chose to get off. And with the actual momentum, I actually had my gun holstered in my waist. And that was the last time I actually gun holstered it. After that, I went to a a side, a lower holster because my 1911, my automatic got stuck in the seat belt where you put the seatbelt on, and it sent me back it sent me back to my seat like a slingshot. And so he got the upper hand on the actual on the foot chase because I got thrown back into the actual vehicle. So this ends part two. So part three, we're gonna go step by step of actually how this situation happened.